Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. That's me, by the way. And today I'm going to talk about the disgraceful issues in society whereby it isn't safe for all people to go out half the time. I mean, I'm talking about the 5 children that have been arrested on the suspicion of the murder of an 80-year-old man who was attacked in a park whilst walking his dog and kicked to death. The man's name was Behim Kohli, and he had previously complained to the police. You remember the police? Yeah. Evening all. Just an ordinary copper patrolling his beat. They don't do that now, do they? They're all in bloody McDonald's, patrolling the Big Macs with large fries. Anyway, Bim Kohli had complained to the police about antisocial behaviour in a park called Franklin Park in Braunston Town near Leicester. And he was attacked by 5 children, a boy and a girl, both aged 14, and another boy and 2 girls aged 12 years of age. What on earth is going through their minds to attack an elderly gentleman walking his dog in the park? What is going through their minds? Where were the parents? They must have been aware that these children were virtually running wild, almost feral. I mean, near where I live, we had a problem some time ago with a group of young adults. I would say they were mainly late teenagers, 16, 17, 15, that area, hanging around outside the local Spar shop, which is essentially a Spar shop, like a miniature Tesco, something like that. And they were out there trying to get people to buy them cider and stuff like that, hurling abuse. Anyway, that seems to have all stopped now. But there's a big problem in society. And what happens? These children are likely to get themselves incarcerated, and they'll be going to what used to be like a reform school or secure unit, and that's where they'll be held until they become the age of maturity at 18, and then they'll be transferred into the prison system. But that's where they're going to stay, probably for 10 years or more. A bit like the killers of Jamie Bulger. But what was that all about? That was just utter madness. Mind you, one of them has rehabilitated and has found himself a way back into society, but another one of the culprits is still managing to stay behind bars because every time he comes out he reoffends. So we think we can point the finger at where the blame really lies for that terrible offence. But of course, now we've got 5 children, and these 5 children will remain in prison, probably. I mean, we can't name them because they've not been named, but they'll be taken before the courts, and if they're found guilty, they're likely to be sentenced to an indefinite term of imprisonment that will probably amount to approximately 10 years of their life. Incarcerated. Of course, it's costing over £1,000 a week to keep somebody in prison. So at £52,000 a year per person, that's £250,000 a year for 10 years. It's costing millions of pounds. And what for? Because these stupid children are out of control, attacking elderly people. Now, I don't know if you've ever come across gangs of youth while you've been going out, if you're an older citizen like I am. I mean, I'm 75. I consider myself to be reasonably fit compared to a lot of people. And if they picked on my brother, who's 6'4" and 73, I think they'd find themselves entering a different kind of establishment via blue flashing lights. So anyway, I do believe that this kind of nonsense, which is dragging society right down, it's got to be dealt with. And where does it start from? Does it start at home? I mean, I've got 2 grandsons. They don't go running wild. The eldest grandson's in the final year of a master's degree in engineering, and the youngest one is studying chess. He's pretty damn good at it too. Anyway, I do believe that all this belongs with the family, and there should be the family should be dealt with this. But in the meantime, this 80-year-old man has been kicked to death in a park near Leicester, in Leicestershire, Franklin Park, Braunston Town, Leicestershire. Kicked to death on Sunday evening. What a disgrace that is. And what will happen to them in the prison system? Well, they'll be mixing with others of the same mindset. It's a school for crime, a school for scoundrels in there. And unless they absolutely do change their ways, by the time they're released into society, they'll be well schooled in the art of actually offending. Because believe me, that's what they do in prison. They always say, oh, well, I was definitely going to get away with this. If only I hadn't done that. You follow that, you'll definitely get away with it. So out they go. When they get out and try it on, it doesn't work, they're inside. It's an absolute disgrace. The government doesn't seem to have a clue what to do. A lot of the blame has been placed on these games that they play, gaming, violent games where people get, you choose your weapon and then off you go, I don't know, in a haunted house or hunting zombies or something like that. That's another thing that needs to be banned, zombie knives. Who the hell needs a bloody great zombie-style machete? What are you going to use that for? Well, there's no legitimate use for it. Something has to be done. So that was decided upon. Anyway, it's that time of day, folks. Tales from the Jails here. The Song Dinger, such as it is. It's more like the old school bell, isn't it? I'm going away on Friday, by the way. Going to have a trip down to Cornwall. But it's that time of day when I'm going to... I am going to sing you a song. That's a song dinger, you see. So I am going to sing you a song today. But this is not a modern pop song. This is a song that I used to sing when I was about 12. Because I really used to like Gilbert and Sullivan. I still do. Go and watch Gilbert and Sullivan. And my favourite is HMS Pinafore. I like Pirates of Penzance as well, but I do like HMS Pinafore. And this is from HMS Pinafore. This is When I Was a Lad. Are you ready? Are you sitting comfortably? When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy at an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and swept the floor and polished up the handle on the big front door. I polished up the handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. I polished up the handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. As office boy, I acquired such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland and copied all the letters in a big round hand. I copied all the letters so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. In serving writs I made such a name that an article clerk I soon became. I wore clean collars and a brand new suit for to pass examination at the Institute. That pass examination did so well for me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. And of legal knowledge I acquired such a grip, they took me into a partnership, and that junior partnership, I ween, was the only ship I ever have seen. But in that kind of ship it suited me. Now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. I grew so rich that I was sent by a pocket bearer into Parliament. I always voted at my party's call, and I never thought of thinking for myself at all. I thought so little they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Now, landsmen all, wherever you may be, if you want to rise to the top of the tree, if your soul isn't fettered to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule. Stick close to your desk and never go to sea. Then you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy. Stick close to your desks, never go to sea, and you may be the ruler of the Queen's Navy. There you are, folks. When I Was a Lad from HMS Pinafore by Gilbert and Sullivan. I sincerely hope you like that. Do please like and subscribe and leave me some comments. Plenty of comments. I like them.